What's up, Wayfinders? It's Lane. Good morning. We are about to head out the door to the parks because today is our Genie Plus Challenge Day. So I'm going to explain what we're doing today. So I have bought Genie Plus for today. I'll explain Genie Plus in just a second. And I'm going to be trying to go to all 4 parks and see how many rides I can accomplish in each park using the Genie Plus Lightning Lane system as well as my own Disney knowledge. Now the rules here are I have to ride at least 3 rides in each park, and 2 of those have to be our Disney My Way Tier 1 level rides. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll include graphics throughout the day, but we talked about those on our last podcast, so I'll leave a link in the description to that so you guys can check that out. But if you don't know what Genie Plus is the new Fast Pass system here at Walt Disney World. It is $15 per day per person, so that means if you have a party of 5, for instance, you're paying for Genie Plus for each person in your party. All 5 people have to individually purchase Genie Plus for the day to be able for your entire party to use it. Of course, I'm just a party of 1, so it's really easy. I was just able to grab it and get on with it. But I'm going to be using that today, and it is a first come first serve system. So it's like the old paper fast pass system in a way, and what I mean by that is with the old paper fast pass, if you got there and there was a certain time, you just had to be quick and you had to get it, or you're going to be getting a later time, or you might not get a time at all. And so with the lightning lanes, you can sometimes be able to grab one after they're gone for the day, but more than likely you're not. And so you have to be quick with it. Like for instance, I got a Tower of Terror one for this morning, and I'll explain why when I get to the park why I did it that way. But I got one from 8:30 to 9:30. By the time I had already done that and gotten and purchased an individual lightning lane for later in the day, it had already bumped up the window to 10:40 as the next available one. So it goes quickly, so you have to be fast or they're going to go quickly. Because at this park, especially for Hollywood Studios, Slinky Dog Dash is like one of the hottest ones that goes almost immediately as soon as 7 a.m. drops. So it is a much tougher system. It's been confusing for people, but I'm hoping throughout the day I can explain it to you guys, like what I'm doing, how I'm using it, and try to see what we can get done. So I will try to be on here as much as I can to explain the system. I'll try to include screen recordings of me using it so that way you guys can see how it works. But I'm excited for today. We're going to see how many rides we can get done. And so I'm about to head out the door. We're going to go to Hollywood Studios. We're going to try to get there for early theme park entry and get our day started. So come along with me. All right, so our challenge is off to a very interesting start. So guys, if you haven't listened to our transportation episode yet, I would highly suggest listening to that one because man, Disney transportation can sometimes be crazy. And so this morning I was trying to get here to Hollywood for early theme park access, and man, I got to the bus stop at like 7:10. The bus didn't even show up till 7:45. So that already put us back a good bit because we didn't get here until a little after 8. Early theme park access had already started. I ran back to Toy Story Land and Slinky Dog Dash was down, and that was what I was going to rope drop because that's one of our ultimate tips here on the podcast is to go ahead and rope drop Slinky Dog Dash with that early theme park access so that way you can get on, because lightning lanes for Slinky Dog Dash go so quickly. Right now the only one available isn't until this evening, so like that's not going to work obviously because I'm not going to be here by the time that rolls around. So, but I did get to walk on to Toy Story Mania, which is not one of our tier 1 rides, but this challenge is all about seeing how many rides I can get done coupled with those tier 1 rides. So I walked on to Toy Story Mania, and then I went on to Single Rider for Millennium Falcon, and might have made Single Rider history by being a pilot on Single Rider for Millennium Falcon. If you don't know, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run There are several different positions. There's pilot, gunner, and engineer. Engineer is kind of the one that nobody wants, so they usually stick a single rider in an odd numbered party as an engineer. Well, it just so happened all the parties ahead of me were like multiple people, and so they put me as a pilot, as a single rider. So I pretty much walked on the Smuggler's Run too. I maybe waited 5 to 10 minutes. And then also while I was doing all this, our Tower of Terror lightning lane updated because Tower of Terror is down right now. So I'm waiting currently to see if maybe it comes back up. I have a redemption pass to see if I can use that maybe later for Tower. I was able to go ahead and book another lightning lane for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but that's not for a couple more hours. So I'm gonna walk around, I'm gonna see what other things I can do. I might grab a quick snack, maybe a drink. It's been an early morning, so maybe I'll just stop and people watch for a second. But before I do that, let me talk about some Genie Plus 101 because I know some of you guys might be confused. So with Genie Plus, it starts at 7 a.m. for everybody across all of property, no matter where you're going, no matter what you're doing. And so with Genie Plus, you can make a lightning lane selection like I said earlier, but that does not start until the park opens. So if you're coming for early theme park access, you're not going to be able to get a lightning lane during that time. But as soon as the parks open to everybody, that's when the lightning lanes begin. Now, you can only make one lightning lane selection at a time unless a certain thing happens, and that's either 120 minutes pass since you booked your last one. So like I booked my Mickey and Minnie's probably about 20-30 minutes ago, so I still have a long ways before I can book another lightning lane unless I use one that I already have. So if I go and use Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, I don't have to wait 2 hours to book another one. I can go ahead and book another one while I'm in line at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So it's a little bit confusing. I'll keep explaining as I go on how I'm doing it, but it is one of those things that we're just gonna have to work through. So, but I'm gonna head off, ride a few more rides, and I'll take you guys along with me, and we will see where we stop next. So, here we go. All right, everyone, so while I was waiting in line for Star Tours, we ran into some good luck. Tower of Terror reopened, so I was able to go back and use my redemption pass. Now, I didn't explain this earlier, but a redemption pass is given to you when your attraction that you have a lightning lane for goes down for any reason. So whether that's just technical difficulties or because of weather, whatever it might be, you will get a redemption pass that you can use later, either at the same attraction or at a different attraction. Now, you can't use it like here. I could not have gone to Slinky Dog Dash and used it, or to one of the other big rides, but you can use it on other attractions as well. So, but I decided to keep it. I decided to be patient because Tower of Terror is one of the ones that has had the most difficulties lately, which is why I prioritized it over getting a Slinky Dog Dash lightning lane this morning. Tower of Terror for like the last month or so has only been using half the ride. So half the ride has been down. They've only been using like 2 of the elevators the last month or so. So for me, getting a lightning lane for Tower of Terror, being able to get on there instead of Slinky Dog Dash, which I could try to have rope dropped for, I would have much rather done that anyways. So I don't regret that decision at all. I was able to get Tower of Terror and get on and have no problems whatsoever and ride, so it was a lot of fun. And because of my redemption pass, I was able to make another lightning lane. So how that works is when you get a redemption pass, you are immediately eligible again to book another lightning lane. You don't have to wait the 2 hours or whatever for it to reopen to get one. So that's how that kind of works. It's a little confusing. I've been learning a lot as I've been going throughout the day, but we still have a little bit until it's time for the Minnie and Minnie's Runaway Railway lightning lane. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe snag one for Rock and Roller Coaster, or if I can get one maybe for a park that I'm gonna park hop to here in a little bit. But for right now, I'm just gonna kind of hang out, walk around, see what else I can do, and then I will check back in with you guys a little bit later when we stop to eat. All right, my friends, so we just got finished eating at Woody's Lunchbox. It's the quick service location in Toy Story Land. And I had the tachos, which are kind of the famous dish there, which is pretty much just tater tots topped with nacho toppings, queso, chili, green onions, and some corn chips as well, some Frito corn chips in there. And it was really, really good. I actually was really surprised. Hollywood Studios is another one of the parks that does not necessarily thrive with quick service food, but that is actually a really, really good option if you want that, and it's not super expensive. So that was really good. And then I also had a raspberry tart, which is pretty much just a very elevated Pop-Tart. It was a lot better than a normal Pop-Tart, but I don't know if I would add that on again. I mean, I had it once just to say I tried it, but I don't think I would add it again. But still, Woody's Lunchbox, very, very good option if you're in Hollywood and you need a quick bite to eat that's not super expensive. Now, as for our challenge today, we've done really, really well. We have gotten a couple of tier 1 rides. We have gotten a couple of tier 1 rides here as we've closed out our time. We got Tower of Terror, and we also were able to do Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, both with lightning lanes today. So, pretty successful day with that. So we got 2 tier 1 rides in. Rock and Roller Coaster was down most of the morning, so couldn't do that. Slinky Dog, of course, was not open when I tried to rope drop it. It's been over 100 minutes since then, so that's been nearly impossible to do. But that's okay. We knocked out what we needed to knock out to complete this part of the challenge, and so Hollywood Studios is a big check. Overall, we've done really well so far rides-wise and just getting to kind of hang out at Hollywood. So, but it is time to park hop, and so next we are going over to Animal Kingdom because I have 2 lightning lanes already made for some tier 1 attractions, and we're hoping we can land another one. Animal Kingdom doesn't have a whole lot of tier 1 attractions. It really doesn't have a whole lot of attractions in general, so it was kind of the park I was the most worried about. But after scoring some lightning lanes that I needed and being able to do some other arranging, I think it's going to work out really, really well for us. But we're going to head there now, so come along with me, and I will see you guys in just a bit. All right, so we are breezing through this challenge right now. Just got done at Animal Kingdom doing Flight of Passage, Kilimanjaro Safaris, and Mount Everest, which is all on our tier 1 list. So didn't have much time to stop because now I have to go run over to Epcot. So enjoy some clips of the rides I just rode while I traveled to Epcot. All right, so park number 3, definitely feeling it right now. It's been a long day, but we're really knocking some things out. So we've done Spaceship Earth now, Soarin', and Living with the Land since we've been in Epcot. So we've been knocking out some of those tier 1 rides. Spaceship Earth and Soarin' are both on our tier 1 list. I'm gonna try to see if I can get on a test track. If the single rider line's open, it's gonna be good, but the lightning lane has not been available. I tried to get a time earlier, but the Genie got me. So as soon as I tried to book it, somebody else came in and snatched it again. It's a first come, first serve system, so if somebody's faster than you on getting a lightning lane, then you're out of luck. So I was out of luck this time, but it's okay. If the single rider line's available, I'm gonna try to hop in there. If not, I think I'm gonna try to work my way back to Magic Kingdom because that's the one that I feel like I'm gonna have the most trouble with getting some of the tier 1 rides knocked out on. So the more time I can have at the park, the better. But come along with me and we'll see how this thing goes. All right, my friends, so we are in Magic Kingdom, which means we are officially at park number 4 for the day, which that's an accomplishment in itself. I don't know if I've ever done all 4 parks in one day. So shout out to the podcast and the vlog because I probably wouldn't have done this any other way because I'm exhausted right now. But the good news is I got a lightning lane for Pirates, so that's 1 tier 1 ride we can already go ahead and knock out. I have a strategy in mind in case we get down to like the very end and we still need another one, but we're gonna see how much we can knock out in Magic Kingdom with just a couple hours left. park time. It closes at 11 tonight, which is good, so it gives us about 4 hours to work with, but we'll see what we can do. Wait times have kind of been high today. It's definitely a lot more crowded today than it was yesterday. So I'm just gonna have to kind of walk around and see what's short, what's not, and see what we can do. So here we go. All right, y'all, so I'm back, but it is very late, so I'm gonna try to keep this short and kind of quiet because it's like almost midnight here. So, but we had a really great day today using Genie Plus, going to all 4 parks, hitting it up. It was awesome. We did a total of 22 rides today across all 4 parks, and out of those 22, half of them, 11, were our tier 1 level rides. So that was really cool that happened, and that we got to do so many big rides today in one day using a mixture of Genie Plus, just natural things that I would normally do anyways, like hitting up single rider and doing other things like that when needed. But it was all just a really good day. It was a lot. I mean, I'm worn out, I'm exhausted, but it was a really good day. I'm glad that I got to experiment with it. I learned a little bit more how Genie works. I don't feel like I'm as proficient at it as like some of the people who obviously use it daily who vlog here, like our friends at allears.net are pros at it. So if you want better advice and better kind of hacks on how to use it, they have some great videos. But today it was mostly just for me to learn and experiment with. And if you guys want me to do it again and show examples of how I get things and how I pick rides and all that, I can buy it again another day. Just let me know in the comments if that's what you want to see. But I don't plan on using it again, but I'm flexible to do whatever you guys feel like would be helpful. So, but it was really good to learn how it works and to learn how to use it. And I think it went well blending that with just my brain and using those skills together. So it was really good. I also learned that Hollywood is probably the most important park to get Genie Plus for, and then Magic right after that. Other than that, the other 2 parks are really you can kind of manage them without Genie Plus, but those 2 specifically, you need to, if you want to use Genie Plus, those are the 2 parks you need to use Genie Plus for, because those are great. Of course, when you buy Genie Plus, you have it all day, no matter what park you go to. So, you know, so if you have it all day, you might as well use it wherever you go, like I did today. But if you're just gonna pick one day and you're only going to 1 park or something like that, Genie Plus for Hollywood or Magic Kingdom are your best 2 bets. But so that's gonna end it tonight, man. It's late. It was fun. I'm tired though, so I'm ready to shower, go to bed. Tomorrow we'll be going to Epcot. We're gonna be trying out a new quick service restaurant there, and then we're also gonna be having dinner at Steakhouse 71. First time having dinner there since it's been remodeled to Steakhouse 71. I've had lunch there before, not dinner. It's a different menu. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Going to Epcot as well tomorrow, so gonna be a good day. So make sure to keep up, like and subscribe, check out the podcast. It's awesome. Keep up with us. But until then, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you again real soon.